Meghan Markle's cooking show trailer promises to elevate, but does it deliver on authenticity? Or is it just another example of polished perfection that misses the mark? Hello everyone, I'm Star Chairs. Today we're going to be diving in on why Meghan Markle gets it wrong always, all the time. Let's get started.
Let's go.
What does authenticity versus aesthetic mean? So authenticity is definitely being genuine, being relatable, real emotions and actions. That is what people are craving for today. Now, aesthetics is polished, visually appealing, but sometimes lacking depth. And that is where I agree with a lot of people out there saying that Meghan Markle is stuck from 10 to 15 years ago of what social media used to be. Social media used to be, because I've worked in social media for the last 10 to 15 years. And yes, that's exactly what people wanted. They wanted aesthetic. And that is where Meghan Markle is missing the mark from a professional point of view. She wants everything to be perfect and she's just not keeping up with the times. Think of Meghan Markle as someone who knows what she wants from 15 years ago, and she's like, I'm gonna get this no matter what. But she never looks at exactly what's going on in the shifts and trends that is happening around social media, where she wants to be successful in and elevate herself in. But because she's stuck in what she believes that everything aesthetically pleasing is going to be successful. And that's no longer the case. Audiences now crave authenticity in today's media. But Meghan seems to be stuck in cycle of chasing aesthetics, and the results just don't land each and every time. For example, let's list some of her faux pas for this trailer. It's overly polished visuals that feel like a luxury brand ad rather than a relatable cooking show. She's just wearing beige, and it's in this day and age that we are scrimping. Every dime, penny, nickel, and anything that we buy with our pennies, we make sure that we use it and it has a place in our home that's going to serve us value. She looks unrelatable because she looks like a lady that brunch, like a lady that has lunch, and that's all that she needs to worry about. And then when she uses phrases like elevate, that they feel vague, it feels disconnected, it just doesn't have any meaning, because she just says, I want to elevate, and I think she puts mint on it. Like, I could put mint on my tea right now and elevate it. There you go, right here, and elevating it.
Taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it.
And she just looks so proud of herself. Like, look at me. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down, because if you see it, she just looks so proud of herself.
And elevating it. Surprising people.
The lack of personal anecdotes and warmth that connects with the viewer are another level. Because she thinks if everything is aesthetically pleasing, it's gonna land, but it doesn't land, because that was a strategy from 10 to 15 years ago with social media. Now, the Oprah interview, I didn't find many clips on the Oprah interview, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about it fairly quickly. Because the Oprah interview, the criticism for appearing rehearsed rather than raw or emotional, some of her claims just were scrutinized for inconsistencies and flat out lies that she was caught in. And I believe that's 100% why Oprah deleted or took away that interview, because they caught her in tons of lies and inconsistencies. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly. I forgot. Allegedly. And even in moments of vulnerability in the Oprah interview, Meghan's responses just felt more curated than candid. It didn't feel like it came from her heart. It felt like it came from anger, from jealousy, from just bitterness. She looks like a bitter woman. Like, anything you can do, I can do better. That's the way it looks. As someone who has worked with politicians and professionals, this is not the type of way you're supposed to compose yourself to gain popularity or to gain trust in the public. It's always, and I'm going to bring her up because the royal family does it best. It's like, whatever they're doing, whatever is happening, don't let it bother you, and continue doing your work. Because if you do, it's gonna show in your face, just like it does in Meghan's. She doesn't like it, she's gonna say something about it, and she's going to be conniving about it. But Meghan doesn't allow that. Meghan wants it her way or the highway. And this is why a lot of people don't like her. And her PR team, I feel horrible for them because I honestly would never take her on as a client, because she seems very difficult to work with. Another example of her faux pas is definitely the Archetypes podcast. I couldn't get myself to actually listen to all of the episodes because they were heavily scripted. At tone, genuine dialogue with guests, The criticism presenting herself as a voice of empowerment, but failing to share relatable personal struggles. And she was always very vague about her personal struggles. And one of my favorites is her departure from the royal family, which is contradictory statements about wanting privacy versus pursuing high public media deals like she has with Netflix, Oprah, and everything else that has come with it. Audience always question whether her actions match her words. And most of the time they don't. They don't, because it's creating a gap that still persists. And I'll show you a prime example of today, of what she did yesterday. And I was just like, really? Oh my goodness. Let me show you of what I mean by her actions don't match what she's trying to do. Because she released this Southern California fires yesterday. And like in the last few days, wildfires in South California have raged through neighborhoods and devastated families, homes, schools, medical centers, and much more, affecting tens and thousands from all walks of life. A state of emergency has been issued. If you feel compelled, okay, she put all of that. Open your home. If a friend, loved one, or pet has to evacuate and you're able to offer them a safe haven in your home, please do, and be sure to check in with any disabled or elderly neighbors to see if they need help evacuating. Give back. Some families and people have been left with nothing. Please consider donating clothing, children's toys, and clothing. What? That doesn't make sense. Let me reread that again. That just does not sound like, it doesn't sound good. Some families and people have been left with nothing. Please consider donating clothing, children's toys, and clothing and other. English is not my first language. It's not. But I would have caught on to that one. Clothing and clothing. Oh, good. The American Red Cross is on the ground helping those in need. That was difficult for me to read. Again, English is not my first language. And let me tell you why I think this one just does not create a trust and creates a gap again, because this is coming straight from the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Sussex. I can't say it. If I was her PR and I was helping her, if I was running her social media team, I would immediately have flagged this, the support. Everything is good, but she is lacking what she did here with the dog post here. What I mean by that is pretty much explaining, like, we are also just a little excerpt. We are, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because in this case, she looks like she's talking to you from her pedestal down to all of us peasants, saying, you guys need to help each other. You guys need to help each other. That's the way this memo sounds. It sounds a trust gap. She's creating that gap. And here, compared to her Instagram post, she's all over it. I love him. I'm in every photo. I'm so disconnected. How can you put more emphasis? And I'm a pet owner. I love my pets from here to the moon. But when you do a post like this, and then your foundation, or what is it, your office with your name on it, only comes out with a very cold statement like, hey, I know this is happening. So all she did was like, facts. People, peasants, do your homework, open your homes. People, peasants, do your homework, open your home. But she's not showing a little excerpt just right here. Something where we will be we will be donating to the Red Cross, or we have opened our home, or again, I don't know. But if I was her PR, I would tell her, just add a little excerpt of what you are doing, what you and Prince Harry are doing, because this is coming from your office. And as someone, again, I'm going to reiterate, someone who has helped many politicians, this is what you do. You make sure to add what you are doing. When you're running an office, you want to seem not cold. You always want to put the facts. Yes, here are all the facts. Thank you very much. But what are you doing? What are you doing? This is your backyard. This is why audiences question her actions, because her actions don't match her words, and she's creating that trust gap that continues to persist. And this was just done yesterday, just released yesterday. She's more interested in aesthetics. She's more interested in, oh, how is this feed going to look? How is it? She's stuck in 1990, throw it away. She needs to start listening. If she really wants to change her image or to be part of something and make money, I would As someone who has professionally done this for a living, I would tell her, be in the background. Run things in the background. Stop trying to be the front and center. Stop it for a little while. Don't don't even come out, and if you do, be inconspicuous. Don't try to make it about yourself. That's what I would say. That way her actions will eventually match her words, because people will trust you again with time, and if you do the right thing and if your words match your action. So in closing, why does Meghan keep missing the mark? I'm going to read from my notes that I did here. Don't chase for perfection, because audiences connect with flaws and vulnerability. And speak from the heart. Buzzwords and rehearsed lines just feel hollow. And that's how they feel that Meghan is, hollow, because her actions within years has shown that. Consistency matters. Be clear about who you are and stay aligned with that image. And that's where Meghan Markle again fails. She continues to stay in line with her image that she has created, because it really does seem it's her way or the highway. What we have to understand is that authenticity is not a buzzword. It's a foundation of trust and connection with your audience. Meghan's cooking show might look beautiful, but without substance. It's exactly like her. That's how her trailer comes out, as beautiful, aesthetic, but no substance. So what do you think? Do you think Meghan Markle is stuck with aesthetics? Because I've read your comments and you're like, pretty sure she is being authentic, because this is the person she is. I agree with you. If her authenticity is what she has shown us and portrayed for us, then this is why I'm saying she needs to stay in the background and not be forefront and center, because she has already shown us the woman she is. If this is the person she truly is and it's authentically her, then she needs to step to the background and make money somehow in the background by running a business that she's not the face of, running social media accounts from somewhere for her businesses, and just delegate, and that's it from the background. That's all she needs to do. That would be best. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next video.